What's good? What's good? Welcome back to the channel. Back with another video for you guys today. Today I'm on a 2004 Rav4. We're getting ready to install and upgrade the stereo. So let's get rid of this factory guy. You're gonna need a trim removal tool to remove these guys. And hopefully this one's good enough. And it might not be, it's a little thicker than my other one. Just try to tug on it. There we go. Don't do that. There we go. All right, so we got a piece of the dash that cracked on us. All right, about to do the same for this side. And definitely be careful. You see what I just did? Let's change trim removal tools. This guy. And sometimes these panels, they get sun baked and they get brittle, so just watch what you're doing. You're gonna have to probably replace this. Yep, I have to get something. All right, let's get to it. Let's get this side up and off. Let's come over here a little bit. Let's see if I can come in from here. And it might be going from this side. All right, behind there. Start tugging, twisting. There we go. All right. 1, 2, 3 clamps, okay, on both sides. All right, now that we got that out the way, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 Phillips heads. So let's remove those guys. And we'll sit them down here in the cup holder. Got all those guys out, and we should be able to pop this guy off. Let's see. And are we in? Just gotta tug. Gotta pop out for you. All right, now we have a 10 millimeter here, 10 millimeter here, and you got 2 in the back in there. And they are 10s. There's not a Phillips head on them. So let me get a 10 and I shall return. All right, so you're gonna need a pretty long extension to get those out the back as far as the 10 mils. So let's do so. All right, so this is my flex head. One. All right, that's 2. That's 3 and 4. All right, we got those 4 out. Now that we have those out, let's pull the stereo front. forward. And we're gonna disconnect our wiring back here. So let's show you what you're working with in the back real fast. All right, let's go up front. All right, so behind the stereo, you have these two connectors here, and you have your antenna over here at the far side. So we're gonna remove those guys. Just wanted to show you on cam. All right, so let's remove these connectors. All right. And we got one here. These are squeeze and pulls. Squeeze and pull. And remove the whole unit. All right, so looks like we're going to reuse the factory bracket for the new stereo. The gentleman decided to go with a Pioneer doubled in. So yeah, let me get the wire harness kit and make sure everything matches up with that. All right, this is the kit here. You got your parts number, Metra 70-1761, Toyota 1987 and up, so they kept the same design as far as the wire harness. All right, so we should have no problems. So these, you're only going to use two, and this will be this one. And I just want to make sure they fit in the sleeves okay. And then you have one that's going to be for your speaker wires, which would be, looks like this one here. Yep, speaker wires. So yep, everything is good. So you're only gonna need those two. This one's gonna stand alone, and you're gonna need your antenna adapter. So let me get out the car so we can start wiring this guy up, and yeah, to the harness. So let's do that. All right, so we back. We got our backup camera, which we will be installing today as well. And this is what we decided to go with. Pioneer. It is the AVH240EX. All right, so let's open this guy up. And let's get it out. Very well packaged. And this was a refurbished. So 90-day limited warranty. And we was able to save like $120 from ordering it refurbished. So let's open it up. Everything looks good. And we're gonna match this with the actual harness here just to see and make sure it's the same height, and we want it the same width over here, okay? So we know we're good here. Let's go ahead and set that back in here for now. And we're gonna set this on the ground so we can proceed to wiring, okay? That way we have no accidents. Alrighty. So yeah, we're going to transfer that bracket over once we get ready. We're going to do the wiring first. So let's get our main harnesses. This is going to be for the subs and everything. I like the way they did that. Your backup, or your microphone for your Bluetooth calls. We got screws, and we also have our USB cable. We're going to have to run this from the back and down. So I'm going to figure out which way is the best way to run it on this specific vehicle. But for now, we're going to go ahead and start wiring this guy. This is your parking brake. We're going to use something to do this, to use a ground and to have it a toggle switch, okay? So pretty much you're going to be matching color for color. And the main three I usually start with is our ground, which would be your black, your accessory wire, your red, and your power wire, which turns on the unit. These three right here powers the unit, okay? You have your amplifier antenna adapter here for your amp. And then you have your illumination wire, and then these four here are to your front. You got two gray and two white. Both of them have a black strip on there for positive and negative, but these two will be to your front doors, okay? then you have this harness here, which will be for your rear speakers on each door. Okay, so your purple and your green before your rear. Okay, so let's go ahead and start getting this guy together. And I brought zip ties and all that good stuff too. So let's go ahead and start wiring it up. Like I said, you're matching color for color. And let's see if we can take some of this. We're going to use some of this too. All right. So we got that going. Let's get it cracking. All right. So from here, let's go ahead and start getting everybody free. Let's open this guy up. Alrighty. Let's clamp this and get it open. Hope I'm on camera okay. Alright, so let's get these wires ready. Straighten them out a little bit. Alright, so those three are ready. And we're going to add the wire 2 for the backup camera, so that'll be the next thing after we run this. Yeah, so I've got a little bit of work to do, and I might have to go and get some wire for an extension for this so we can have our backup camera connect. But let's at least get this together and go from there. So let's do color for color. Right. And these will be coming off. If you don't have any solder, you don't have to. You can just use electric tape, or you can use heat shrink. But I usually wrap mine in a ball like this, and then I'll electric tape everything. So I'm gonna do this color code for code, which is matching the colors. After we get all of them matched, we'll go back in the vehicle after I transfer the bracket over, so I'll show that too. I think I'm gonna stop right now because I need to get a toggle switch. I'm gonna get that, and need to get something else for this job too. So we're going to basically match all these color for color. This is going to be to the ground for the parking brake. And yeah, so let's get it in. I'm going to go get a few things, and then I'll be back to continue the process. All right, so we're back in the vehicle. I figure I'd do a quick check for power. Got my harness and everything all together, so it's time to check for power. All right, and then we'll connect everything else back, but got to make sure the unit works. And we have power. And let's stick our antenna in and see if we get any reception. Let's go with it this way. All right, antenna's gonna be on this side, over here. There we go. And we have sound. All right, so now we know that the unit is working correctly. So now I'm gonna start running my backup camera wires, my microphone, and my USB, so we can finish this installation. So let's turn it off. Radio cuts off. Let's unplug everything and finish the process of wiring. And I'm gonna sit this here for now, and I'll show you everything that I do as I go. So let's get back out the vehicle and finish wiring this guy up. Actually, I can just leave it alone, and we're gonna move to the inside of the vehicle, okay? Let's do so. All right, give me a second, and I shall return in a second. All right, so I figured I'd transfer the bracket now that we're here at this specific point before we go back in the vehicle. So, looks like everything's gonna work out. You got your 4. These look like 8s or 10s, not quite sure, but you have your Phillips head inside of them. And the brackets, they are labeled L and R for left and right, so you'll know which one goes where if you get mixed up. All right, so everybody broke free. Let's get everybody out. Just about there on the transfer. And you're going to want to look at it just to make sure it's even enough. Alright, let's remove this. Put it over here. And it's about there. Just make sure we're about even. And it looks like it's going to work out great. These are going to have to be tightened a little further down. Either that or we're going to change screws. And I think that's what we're going to do. Leave these screws and then change screws, because they're some that came with the box, and these are, I feel like it's going to expand the hole. And where you got Mr. Screws, there you are. Alright, so let's try the rounded screws first. These are going to fit better because it came with the unit. Yep. Let's see how we do that. Looks like it's 4 and 4. So we're going to use 3 of these guys and then 1 for the bottom. Really only need 3 or 2, but we're going to transfer them all. Okay, get that there. Let's take this one out. All right, so I'm going to transfer this guy on over to this guy, and I'll be right back once I transfer that. All right, so we're back. Let's get up in here. Got the harness all together and everything. Got my backup camera wire ran. This guy here got my USB ran to go in the back of the stereo, and my mic ran as well. We're gonna make the toggle switch for this guy. So we need this to go down there. So we're gonna run this down there, and we're gonna slide it in just to take a peek and see if everything's good. Yep, and it came through. All right. All right, so we know this is a standalone. We're just gonna tuck this back here, and let's see how it fits. All right. This extra harness is different from some radios. It has your amp hookups, your amp RCAs. This one is the subwoofer. Backup camera, and what's this one here? Rear monitor output. So this is going to be the backup camera, the brown one. So we're going to connect this into the back of the stereo. All right, make sure it clicks, and we're just doing a sit-in just to show how it's going to look. And we're going to connect everything up. USB. Alright, so the USB is on the front of this one, so we're just going to drop it all the way through and bring it down, since it sits in the front right here. Anyway, we'll open that in a minute. Backup camera. The backup camera. Sorry. And our microphone to our mic. All right, let's slide it in, see how it looks. And just like I thought, that bracket we switched over is gonna work out perfect. So that being said, we can proceed on making sure everything's working. And after we do so, we will follow this process in reverse on putting everything back. So this will be on next. Then you put your screws in, 1, 2, 3, 4. And after you do so, I think you have 4 more. 1, 2, yeah, this goes in first, then you put your other 4 in. So let's find us a station. Oh, I did not hook up the antenna. So let's do that real quick. And grab the antenna. And we're gonna bring it all the way over. And now let's see what we get. And this is just a preset test. Let's do this so with a quick dinging on this. Alright, so now that we know I have this, I still got some more work to do. Let's turn this off. Alright, so now I know that we have power, everything is working correctly. I'm going to hook up my backup camera just to make sure everything's working, and I'm going to play with my toggle switch to make sure I have a toggle to play the DVDs. So I'm getting ready to do that, and I'll be back with the finished product as far as that, and I'll show you what I've done to put in the toggle switch. All right. All right, so we're back with the finished product. My customer is gonna order a bezel, okay? He didn't order it, and we transferred the bracket over, but the factory radio sticks out a little further on the sides. Everything is secured, but yeah, we're gonna have to get the bezel anyway. But let's make sure everything's functional and working. We've got our toggle switch put in down here. Nice toggle switch right there. And let's start the vehicle and take a look. Make sure the backup camera and everything's working. But yep, everything's back in, and we're gonna order that piece just to cover this up. Could put something behind there just to make it okay, but we want it correct, so we're gonna do that. All right, so let's go to the DVD. I think we took it out. Yep, hold on a second. All right, so we're back. Let's put a disc in and make sure our toggle switch is working correctly. But yeah, the installation went well. It's very tedious to run backup cameras in these hatch doors because you really have to pull stuff apart to do so. All right, so now let's hit this toggle switch. And there we go. All right, so we got our toggle switch working, DVD working. Let's see if the backup camera's doing its job. Backup camera working. All right, everything looking good. All right, so backup camera back here. This guy lights up with your reverse lights. Yeah, 2004 Rav4 stereo installation. So just wanted to do that, and hopefully this helps you out on your install. But yeah, hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe if you will. Even if you don't watch my content all the time, just turn off the notifications, but subscriptions help. So yep, finished product, but we're gonna have to snatch it out and put a bezel around there. So other than that, thanks for watching, and until the next video, guys, love life, live it, and I'm out.